Ready to get your shit together? Isn't that what we are all truly trying to do? In this fun, life hack full show, we will learn together how to navigate this roller coaster called life. We, as glorious messy humans, can sit in the proverbial third car, grumpy and bored, or in the front of the roller coaster having the time of our lives. What do you choose? In this show, you can expect meaningful content and practical takeaway tools to make life easier and exceptionally more joyful. There will be epic guests who already love their lives, allowing them to share their get your shit together tips and words of wisdom. Life is too long and too short to not love your life. Welcome to Get Your Shit Together Live with Amy Joy. Hello, happy Thursday, and welcome to Get Your Shit Together Live with Amy Joy. And I'm your host, Amy Joy. Congratulations on your abundance. I love to start every show this way. I want you to right now take a look around and appreciate your abundance. Are you sitting on a couch? Are you driving your car? Are you looking at your phone? These are things many people don't have. And so just take a minute to feel your skin, to know that you can move your arm, whatever it is that you're feeling abundant for. I'm really excited for this show. Have the amazing Gary Malkin here. He's an Emmy-winning composer. He's epic at everything music. And we're going to talk today on the power of music and how it can impact us. It's a life hack full show, and we're going to have a ton of fun. Before we get into that, I want to talk a little bit of why I'm feeling abundant. So I just had my very first retreat at the very new Upaya Retreat Center, which is here at my healing center in Mexico. And I want to show you a brief video, and then I have a bunch of friends to come on for a little party to talk about the experience of the retreat, because I have a retreat coming April 2nd to the 8th. And I would love to open up to you if you feel aligned and excited and you want to get your shit together and you're hungry to learn and grow and also have some fun in paradise, then this may be for you. So let me get that up for you. All right, here it is.
I've never been to Cabo before, but I fell in love, especially with this place that has so much magic and good vibrations. What Amy has created here is nothing short of magic. It's just so beautiful, from the beautiful tents, sleeping in them at night. It's just so peaceful.
So many fun facilities to do within 15-20 minutes from here. We've been scuba diving, snorkeling, bungee jumping, zip lining, riding ATVs, all within just a few minutes of this location. It's been so fun. The vibration is so great here, such good energy. I would highly recommend coming if you want to go somewhere just amazing here in Cabo.
I think if I were to just sum it up really quickly, I would just call it magical. It's truly just such a beautiful place. The energy is so welcoming, and you just can't be sad here. It's truly, truly magical. So thank you for this experience.
Yes, thank you, Amy. Love it. I want to come back soon. Thank you.
I cannot wait to be back, and I hope you allow yourself to have this beautiful experience as well.
Yay! So much fun. All right, here are my friends that were there. We got Ton, and we have Channing, and we have Maria, and They were all there at the Upaya Retreat Center just a few weeks ago. And so I would love to hear from you guys. How was your experience? What do you take away from it? Ton, you go first. You're first on my screen.
All right. Well, I have to say that it was, like Lacey said, it was magical. I am not the type of person to go to retreats, and to open myself up to such an incredible event has just broadened my love for nature. I've gotten closer with the people that I've worked with, that I work with, and it really just took it to the next level. Where I mean, I literally miss my friends and my coworkers because we're so close after such an amazing retreat. And I've lost 10 pounds since then and have continued to keep going. So I'm excited.
Woo! Wow, way to go. That's
And that wasn't even the intention.
Well, you know, sometimes we get our shit together in different ways, right?
Absolutely.
Han hardly drank water before this retreat, and now he's drinking water. 10
Voluntarily.
pounds later and drinking water. Awesome. Maria, what are your thoughts? Real quick.
Hi, I miss this bunch, beautiful bunch, but for me being there, it was spiritual retreat meet summer camp. It was so much fun, but it was so nourishing. My soul feels full and just ready to do everything I need to do this year. What you have created there, Amy, takes a visionary to incorporate that in that beautiful setting, being in nature at night, but in such comfort, like a bedroom with all the decor, with all the special touches. It was just amazing. I cannot wait to be back.
Yay. So awesome to hear 3 weeks later, you know, because you're out of the environment, and yet you can feel from your smiles that it's still sitting with you. And Channing, what are your thoughts?
Yay, I love the spiritual retreat meet summer camp. That's so good. So for me, unlike Juan, I have been to a lot of different company trips and retreats in Mexico and mountain lodges and a lot of different like big cities for training and work too. So what I really found made your retreat center so special, Amy, was 3 things. The first one was how intimate and intentional it is. And so intimacy, it's not big hotels where you're like trying to find other people. You really get to know your team and your community in that space. And the second one was how details matter and how you pay attention to details so well in the twinkly light rugs, in the beautiful comfy beds, and even the awareness of the space, like with intentional soap to use that has a whole like filtration system, and the glorious food as well. So all those details are really felt on the retreat. And then also just the variety of what to do as well. Like Maria said, I mean, there's adventure, there's beach, there's, you know, we had training, we had movies, we went to the city and did art and music, and all your connections for like self-healing as well, which is so beneficial. So I think it really works for, like, if you're a coach or lifestyle or health or business, like it really has the gamut of being able to provide for your clients. And I know that I'm speaking a little bit more, but I want to share a really quick story. I did a mobile app for a client last year in the travel space, and I did a lot of research on what makes a unique experience and really defining what a unique experience actually is. And what I found is that people want something unexpected, something that they can't do where they're currently located, something that's like surprising. And with everything that you have within your retreat center, and also around like Cabo, clients will give like their clients unique experiences that they won't forget because of this area. So I just wanted to share that with you. I'm so grateful to have been invited, and I can't wait to be back either.
Mwah. Thanks, guys. Mwah. I love you. Thank you for being here. And I'll see you next time you're in Cabo.
Yes, sounds good. Thank you.
All right. Take care, guys. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Awesome. All right. So if you're excited about a retreat in Cabo in the beautiful, amazing Mexico, please reach out to me at Amy Joy Coaching. Go to the retreat section of the website and you will be able to apply. And then you'll have a chance to set up a meeting to sit with me. And I just really want to get to know you and what's important to you and to make sure this is an alignment. I really want people who are serious to get their shit together, serious to make changes, serious to face their fears and limiting beliefs. And if that's you, then please, please, please reach out. I would love to meet you. All right. Thank you. So fun. Now is the part of the show where we change our state, elevate. And this is 2 minutes just to teach us that we can just spend a very small piece of time and it changes how we feel, which is our frequency. Everything is frequency, right? Low energy is anger and fear and shame and guilt and anxiety, right? And then joy and peace and calm are all beautiful frequencies, which are higher. So today we have a very, very special thing. We are going to listen to a video. It's just 2 minutes. Right now, I want you to take inventory on how you feel from 0 to 10. And those of you on Facebook and can interact, please, please, please tell us where you're from and where you're at on a scale of 0 to 10. How do you feel? Do you feel good? Do you feel bad? Do you feel a little anxious? But on a 0, 10 being amazing, 0 being super shitty, where are you on that scale? And then we're going to measure how you're feeling after just 2 minutes. So please interact there. And here it is. Just sit and enjoy.
You are invited to experience unity. It's time to put aside the differences that divide us. And embrace the beauty of each one of us being different, being unique, being ourselves. In the essence of who we truly are. A beautiful array of human beings across the planet. So many different ways of being human. So let us get to know each other. Let's spend time with each other. Let's learn from each other. And let's open our hearts to each other. And let's find the unity that exists right in the middle of the richness of our diversity.
The power of music. I want you to take inventory right now. How do you feel now after just 2 minutes of beautiful words, empowering words matched with music? Take a deep breath and exhale. We always want to breathe too. It's one of the fastest, best ways to change how we feel. Beautiful. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for doing that with me. Now we're at the segment of the show where I do a little teaching, where I share a little nugget. So it will help us get our shit together just a little more, so we can enjoy our lives just a little more. And today we're going to answer the question, which is, if you paid someone to call you out on your shit, would you pay more attention? Today's show is about mentorship. It's about getting coaching. It's about getting help. a healer, a coach, a mentor, somebody who's a few chapters ahead of you? And the answer to that question for me is, if you've paid someone to call you out on your shit, would you pay more attention? The answer is absolutely yes. I would not be who I am today without the mentors in my life. And I just want to honor a few. Josh is one of the most instrumental mentors. I found him down here in Mexico, and he mentored my boys and I every week, pretty systematically. We had a few misses for over 6 years. And whew, like words can't express the change that we went through, because we had someone who was a few chapters ahead, who could help us, give us different perspective, right? And one of the things that was really great is I also hired people who were a few chapters ahead than my boys for their music. And we wanted to do a trip around the world, and the kids were going to be busking, playing in the streets, and they had never done that before. And so I hired David Morin, who's a busker from Canada. David Morin. You can go to, here, I'm going to get his information up here so you can check him out on Instagram. David Morin. And he trained my boys, and we went around the world, and they did it. They played in the streets we did 13 countries, 64 days, and they would never have felt able or competent enough to do that without help. I couldn't help them. I've never done that. And so we got a coach. And so we had this beautiful magic moment last week when David came back here to visit, and he actually played and sang on the stage with my kids, who are now professional musicians. It's so awesome. Mentorship is so awesome. And so we had this full circle moment where Dave's like, these guys used to be my students, and now they're getting paid like me to do what they love. So here is this little short clip. So amazing. So Braden, he's there on the guitar, and Tate was over on the left playing the piano. And yeah, so awesome. So mentorship. So what are the steps? And these are fairly basic steps, okay? Let's just be honest. But are we doing them? So here it is. There's 3 steps to mentorship. The first one is to ask yourself the question, where do you need help, or where do I need help? In what area of your life do you need help? Is it in your spiritual life? Is it in your physical life? Is it in your emotional life? It could be multiple things. I needed all 3. And so I have multiple coaches for different things. So answer that question honestly. And then another really great question to ask is, who could you help? What are you master of? How many chapters ahead are you, and who could you help if you were to so choose to mentor? Because there's nothing more gratifying than mentoring. David Morin, who got to see his students rise to the level that they are, and they're just getting started. Their band is called Mad Max Resistance. So if you want to follow them, and they also have that's more funk. And if you want to follow them for more reggae music, you can look at them. It's called Just Council, sorry. But it's nothing more gratifying than mentorship, right? And so the next thing that you do is you find a master in the area that you need. All right, super basic, but are you doing that? Right? So please do that. If you have an answer to question number 1, then please find somebody. And then the third thing is actually hire them. Sometimes we can have these ideas like, I'll get one someday. Yeah, it sounds like a good idea. But then we don't do it. I encourage you this week, find somebody that you trust, a great referral, somebody you know. Do your research, make sure they know what they're doing, and then hire them and get started and watch the magic. So there's that. Perfect. So now is the time in the show where I get to introduce. He's one of my most favorite people on the planet. I just got to let you know. And we met a few years ago, and we were fast friends on a bus. I think it was Costa Rica, on a bus to Costa Rica. And he's been down here mentoring my kids. He's helped them on their journey. And I'm going to read his unbelievable bio, because there's no way that I can get this straight without reading it. So Gary is a composer, producer, public speaker, and health and wellness consultant. Hold on, I'm going to move this over so I can read a little better. Who has been creating musical solutions for mainstream media, wellness interventions, and global healing strategies for decades. A winner of Emmy and ASCAP awards for his work in media and music production, Gary co-created the globally acclaimed audiobook, Graceful Passages, which has helped nearly 1 million people to embrace their mortality with greater acceptance and compassion. His scores for the phenomenally successful Thrive documentaries, which is amazing, by the way, received the best soundtrack for indie documentaries from the Hollywood Music and Media Awards. He co-created the award-winning Safe in the Arms of Love with Lisa Raphael and David Sorenda, supporting parents to form deeper bonds with their newborns. Gary just completed the 2nd season of Gaia TV's Islands of Inner Peace, a streaming series featuring renowned luminaries' spoken wisdom, delivered with music and jaw-dropping images of nature. These short contemplative films accelerate state change. Change your state, elevate to coherence, helping the viewer better navigate today's stressful times. Having spoken on countless podcasts and webinars, Gary promotes a greater understanding of the power of music to reconnect to what matters most. More information about Gary, you can go to wisdomoftheworld.com. Drum roll, please, and put a lot of love in the chat for the amazing Gary Malkin. Woo! And the crowd goes wild. Nice. Oh, welcome, Gary. You're muted, my friend. You're muted.
Hello.
Welcome to the show.
How
are you doing tonight?
Thanks for having me, Amy.
Woohoo! So what I want to do first is give you a chance to just really connect with the audience. I'm going to come off the screen here, and I want you just to tell them who's Gary Malkin, whatever you feel led to share with our peeps tonight.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Wow. No pressure, huh? Okay. So if I had 2 minutes to share in this moment, I would say that when we can remember that we are a grain of sand in a universe of unitive oneness, then our job is to allow every one of our 37.5 trillion cells to actually remember that. So it's our intention now, these days, when things are so chaotic, music and listening and immersive media that awakens awe is one of the most beautiful things we can give ourselves, to actually bring ourselves to the state of consciousness from which grace, empathy, compassion, forgiveness, coherence, authenticity, our humanity emerges. And so these are extraordinary times require extraordinary measures. And these extraordinary times require all of us to floss the detritus of division and chaos out of our consciousness so that we can be vibrational expressions of love. And a lot of what I focus on is all that. That's what my life's committed to. I don't know if that was too long or too short, but that's what I had to say.
That was amazing. And you are so incredible with words. I always am just like mouth hanging open when you speak. because I mean, honestly, there's some words there I don't even understand,
Oh,
but they're
no, no,
so
please
beautiful.
slap me because I'm trying to
No,
get much
I
more
I
accessible.
feel it. I feel it though, so it doesn't matter.
All right.
But it's so beautiful, so beautiful. Thank you for that. Before I move on into the other questions, what I want to ask you is the question of the week, which
Well, wait,
is
before you say that, one
yeah,
last addendum to that last sentence.
yes,
If music is the universal language of human emotion, then allowing ourselves to listen so that it can expand our emotional range is one of the most beautiful things we can do to enhance our humanity. So
mm,
listening becomes a mystical practice for wholeness and coherence. So that's why I forgot. I would like to add that to the mix.
perfect, perfect. No,
Okay, your question.
absolutely. I agree. I agree. So, what if you paid someone to call you out on your shit? Would you pay more attention? How do
Hell
you
yeah.
answer this? And how has mentorship helped you in your life?
God, it's such an important thing because I haven't had a lot of mentors in my life.
Mm.
I've aspired to be like Leonard Bernstein and Aaron Copland and other people that I really, really have been my heroes.
Mm-hmm.
But but in this last iteration, these last 3 years, where COVID just brought me to my knees in a certain way with that recognition of oneself, the work that I did with Gerald and Allison, the mentoring that I got from Legendary Mentoring and Coaching, Warriors of Light, these Gerald and Maya Rose Rogers and Tony Litzter, this was a renaissance, a cornucopia. It's like a lottery win of intensive mentoring experience that helped me really heal a lot of the things that I didn't even know hadn't been healed. My trauma, my father wound, my early childhood wounds. And
Mm-hmm.
and I was surrounded by so much love and the clarity of recognizing that we at every moment have our hands on the wheel of our own experience if we are actually going to take responsibility for the state that we're in, this state change thing. So yes, I really feel like I'm entering a whole new era of mentoring. And also, as someone that's in this latter part of my life, I adore mentoring younger people. So you teach to learn. Mentoring becomes like that greatest secret about service to the greater good. The big secret everybody doesn't realize is how much it awakens you to this divine true essence of who you really are and what you came here for. Same
Yep.
thing about mentoring. Mentoring becomes a path to more learning than you've ever imagined. So on both sides of the equation, mentoring is a win-win.
Yes, it is. Absolutely. It's my highest joy. It's my highest joy. I got a text today. From one of my past students who just was letting me know that I had made a massive difference in her life. And she's now writing her story, which she was terrified to do. And she's got already published a book, a fictional book, and now she's writing her actual story. And she shared that. Like, nothing is better. It's so cool. And you're right. You learn so much. When you learn something, find someone to teach it. And then you learn it faster, right? Awesome. So what are you most excited about these days in your life? What are you up to? I mean, I know you're up to a lot.
These
What do
last
you
three
want to
years,
share?
really, in some ways, my whole life, I've been really, really building to this moment in my life,
Hmm.
because especially the last 3 years, the COVID sort of made me into an obsessive workaholic, where I focused on the musical that's going to hopefully to Broadway. I focused on the Gaia TV series, focused on refining my body of work, and I just focused on all this production, right? But what
Mm-hmm.
I'm most excited about right now is that now that that's all out, and I am excited about sharing it and promoting it and creating teams that are going to work with me and bringing people's awareness to it. The
Mm-hmm.
biggest thing I'm excited about is, we wounded healers need to heal ourselves by offering the things we offer. So when a friend said, I have this program on Gaia called Islands of Inner Peace, like, how much inner peace do I actually experience? And it was like, actually, I think I'm only just beginning to understand what that really means, because I've been so obsessed with being the doer,
Yeah.
the prover. I produce, therefore I am. I am valuable because of what I create. This obsession in our culture that uses our essence in a spiritually materialistic way to have to justify our existence by what we create. But if we really is true that we create at the frequency that we vibrate at, I feel like I'm only just beginning to understand what it means to inhale with the exhale, to put the oxygen on, to surrender, to rest, to pray, to listen to the feminine, to really hear what happens in the spaces between all that production. And honestly, Amy, I've earned the right to get to this place where it literally feels like the beginning of a renaissance of the balance between male and female, heart and mind, doing and being. I feel like I'm just beginning to understand what that really means. And that's what I'm most excited about right now.
Woo! And how much more freedom do you feel?
Well, it says everything. I'm about to let go for the first time in my life of the need to have a home for a while. And I've always been a very belonging kind of home guy. I'm coming from a New York Jewish family where the home was the moat. It was the family. It was the reflection of your, this castle moat. It was the reflection of your value. And I've turned to the place where I feel free enough to have home be here. And it doesn't have to be reinforced for a while. So I'm going to be traveling more and lighter on my feet and less possessions around me. So I've worked hard to get here. This is not, I didn't even know that here was where I was heading, but clearly it's where I am going, where I am. So I feel like I feel freer now to let the universe tell me how I can be of greatest service, because I've already established what my commitment and my passion is. It's helping be an emissary around music being part of our destiny to awaken us to our humanness and our connectedness and our fragility and our love of the miracle of life itself, right? And I've done that for the last 25 years. So now it's up to the universe to appoint me, as Reverend Beckwith says. My divine appointment is to listen for where I'm being told I could be of most value. So listen, Amy, you've watched me grow the last 3 years. For me to say that and not just have it be yada yada lip service, how lighter and more grateful I am for being alive. It's amazing.
You are, it's like you've lost a couple 100 pounds of emotional weight and heaviness. Like you're a different person. You're a different person. Because of the work that you've done and the willingness to face your stuff and to push through it anyways and get help. And I have the same mentors. We share the same coaching.
I would not be here if it weren't for you. Yet although you've never been my formal coach, your unrelenting commitment to honesty and reflection and being a beautiful mirror of what you see, so that people can fulfill their fullest fullest potential. I'm just so proud of you and what you've accomplished. I mean, you're such a beautiful example of becoming the change you want to see in the world. I'm so proud of you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And you know what? It's kind of a full circle moment too, because the folks that were on at the beginning of the show, they are part of Wingman Coaching LLC, which is the company that I worked for that was hired by our mutual mentors to do the enrollment into their further courses so that we could get the help that we could, like what?
So true. It's so true.
Cool. So cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we have a brief commercial and stay tuned because Gary has a gift for you. And we're going to talk about his new series on Gaia, which is epic, epic, epic. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. I'm just finding Gary here. We're going to get him back.
Look at you
Awesome.
with all this media and all this branding and all these gorgeous, miraculous images. You're such a rock star, baby.
Thank you. I received that with love. 2.5 years ago, I didn't know how to copy and paste. That's the truth of it. I literally had someone teach me. It was embarrassing, but that's where I was at. I was in hiding for years, right? I wasn't on the computer. And so,
Well, that metaphor of the chrysalis is that I think that, the butterfly was forming inside the cocoon for a while. So,
yeah, exactly. Well, thank you. Thank you for noticing and appreciating. All right. So, Gary, tell us about Gaia and tell us about the beautiful gift you have for our audience today.
well, so here's the deal. We're talked at all the time, and the words have become like sawdust. We are overwhelmed with words that are not embodied with the transmission of frequency that comes from our heart intelligence, our soul intelligence, and our somatic intelligence. Because actually, each of those parts of ourselves, our minds, our hearts, our bodies, our souls, are centers of intelligence and neurological and energetic and vibrational frequency that use our capacity as a human to process and assimilate things. So in 2015, I started this idea that was based on what happened with Graceful Passages. Graceful Passages is the work that they described in the bio, where world-class leaders like Thich Nhat Hanh, Ram Dass, Elizabeth Kubler-Ross, we asked them, if you were going to die tomorrow, what would you say to the one person you love most in this world? And the equation is, what do you say to the person you most love in this world? The tool to crack open the heart. What do you say to the person you love most in this world? The tool to make it tender. What do you say to the most loved person you love in the world? Have music underneath that allows people to listen with the heart and soul, not just the mind. These are interventions that are necessary for our time, because wisdom is not wisdom if it's not experienced, assimilated, and embodied by all of who we are, body, mind, heart, and soul, not just the linear cognitive rational mind. So that was what inspired Gaia TV, when we realized that most people in the world today don't listen anymore. Remember in the 60s when the Beatles records came up and we'd say, let's listen, and we'd get quiet and we'd turn on the LP and we listen, right? Well, listening, it doesn't get fettered by the linear discriminative mind that funnels through the optic nerve. So when you're looking at something, you got to be really intentional not to have any vibrational garbage in there. Like everything you have given me visually is so beautiful, right? So the Gaia TV, they're called Islands of Inner Peace. And what they do is they're accelerated tools for coherent state change. So it's not just coherence and heart coherence, but if you look at it and you let yourself be awed by the love of nature, they call that, the scientific term is biophilia. When you listen to the alchemy of spoken word and music, the new series we just launched, Reverend Beckwith, Marianne Williamson, Sarah McCrum, Dr. Pankaj Naram, these are some amazing beings, and speaking as if they're talking directly to you. So you just take 10 minutes on your iPhone with your headphones, and in 10 minutes, it catalyzes you to a state of empathy, compassion, receptivity. It actually is a state change accelerated tool. And just a few weeks ago, they voted Islands of Inner Peace the most successful series on Gaia TV, which totally blew my mind, because I've always thought, well, maybe the culture doesn't really understand the next iteration of mindfulness media is heartfulness, soulfulness, bodyfulness, right? All of it. So that's what Islands of Inner Peace is. There's a link that you'll get that it gives you the affiliate link to register. And you can get a first month free, I think, on Gaia TV. And I'm just so bullish about it, because my ultimate dream is the living library, which is in every major language. Wisdom is condensed and shared and archived for the benefit of raising the frequency of emotional intelligence and spiritual intelligence on the planet. And that'll be the nonprofit that I'm about to form for the living library. So yeah, it's something that I am so passionate about, around taking wisdom and taking the yada yada out of it and bringing it into meaning and into the wow. Can't hear you.
Thank you. Myself, because I was coughing. Awesome. Thank you. I totally agree. Amazing, amazing stuff. So take a picture of the screen. Note the link there. You can go on to Gaia. You can check that out. And then here is in the chat is a link for the free gift. Now, Gary, tell us about the gift. We have a couple minutes left.
Yeah. So really brief. The gift, first of all, if you sign up for Wisdom of the World, the newsletter, which we still haven't officially started on a monthly basis, but when you sign up, you get all kinds of gifts anyway. But there are extra gifts in the Miracle Mindset, which is actually the link is, it's there in wisdomoftheworld.com/miracle mindset. It'll get there that quickly too. Right now you have a longer version of it. And what it is just, it's basically the opportunity for you to integrate listening to these high frequency catalysts as part of your coherence or contemplative practice. And so its goal is to help you awaken to how listening itself becomes a clarification tool for uplifting your frequency and uplifting your, whatever your intentions are, it raises their intentions. It integrates your intentions and embodies your intentions. So they're wonderful gifts that you can integrate, and they're free. And you'll give you an example of how you can include listening practices as an essential part of your practice.
Love it. So those of you on E360 and Roku and YouTube and all the other streaming stations, please go to Facebook at Get Your Shit Together Live with Amy Joy. It's SHT. They wouldn't let me put the I or a star or anything in there. So it's Get Your SHT Together Live with Amy Joy on Facebook. And you can look at the comments here to get that link to get your freebie and that beautiful gift from Gary. Gary,
and you guys aim also, just anybody that would like to know more, just go staff at wisdomoftheworld.com, and I'm available for conversations or for keynotes or for soul songs. There's all kinds of things that can happen. So just find out more by going to wisdomoftheworld.com. And thank you, Amy. I love you.
I love you. Mwah! Stay with us. I'll bring you on at the end. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your energy. Thank you for the love that you put out for me and for this beautiful planet that we share space on. So I love you. Mwah! I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay. Oh, I love him so much. He's just the best. So now it is time for the segment of the show called Mantra Magic. What is a mantra? This is where you take what normally runs in our heads. Unfortunately, 85% of the things that we think are negative, and instead we put something positive in there and we put it on a loop. And so we go over and over and over it so that it helps reprogram the mind, which will change how you think and therefore how you feel, which will elevate your state. So this is the amazing Kelsey Garcia. She's a professional singer and a dear friend. And this is the mantra for the week.
So good to see you. As you can see, I am in an airport today, and that is because I am going on a solo trip. That is the theme of our mantra this week, and it's about when you work so hard, like Amy and myself, we love our jobs. However, we do get messages to also take time for ourselves, go on those solo dates, have fun, take a break. So here's a quick mantra for you guys. I hope you enjoy. Work, work, work all day long. I don't burn out because I play, play, play all day today. Just me and myself going on a date. Say work, work, work all day long. I don't burn out because I got this song. Play, play, play all day today. Just me and myself going on a date. Hope you guys enjoy. See you next week.
So I have been singing that since I watched it earlier, which is the point, right? So go to here. I'm going to put it up here for you. You can go to Amy Joy Coaching on Instagram, and you can get the mantra there. I post it every week, and so you can play it a few times so that you get it going in your head, and it's going to change. Watch it change your life. And I would love to hear how that happens. So please connect with me there on Instagram. I would love that. And thank you, Kelsey, again, and wish you well on your trip. We're going to have a brief commercial, and we'll be right back with Meditation Moment. We'll see you in a minute.
This world is changing more and more every day, and we've decided to change right along with it. My name is Dr. Lauren Michaels Harris, and I'm the president of Trajectory TV Network. At Trajectory, our vision is to provide a comfortable, creative platform for top content creators and storytellers from around the globe. We're also dedicated to providing this world with content that is healing, educational, empowering, exciting, and above all else, entertaining and transparent. So right now, I invite all of you who believe yourselves to be global game changers to use the link found here and simply take a chance. Schedule a virtual chat where you'll have the opportunity to share your vision for your very own global television show with me, the network president. So use that link, and together, let's begin changing and healing this world, one story at a time. And remember, whether you have years of experience in front of the camera or zero experience, it doesn't matter. What matters the most is your desire to share great content through television and a willingness to share it with passion and with purpose. You might ask, how do I know if I've fallen in love with my purpose and my purpose has fallen in love with me? It's easy when you've lost your voice because you just can't stop talking about it. I'll see you soon.
Wow, he's one of my mentors too, Dr. Lauren Michaels Harris. Love, love, love him. He's helped me tremendously, and he's the main reason that I have this beautiful TV show and platform to share the bits of tricks and tips and life hacks that I've been given, and the beautiful guests that I get to share this with. So thank you, Lauren. I love you too. All right, this is time for Meditation Moment. Well, we're having technical difficulty, so I'm just going to move on. So meditation moment, this is where we take 5 minutes, just 5 minutes to be present. And that's what meditation means. It's really nothing more than that. It's just coming to right here now. So if you can, unless you're driving, please be careful if you're driving. But otherwise, I would love it if you would stop whatever you're doing and just sit down for 5 minutes. It might possibly be the best 5 minutes of your day. That's how magical meditation is. And I'm going to guide you, so don't worry. So I want you to just close your eyes. And at the end of the meditation, I'm going to be giving and sharing a transformation of energy. I'm going to send a blessing of love and light to you. And we are one. We are all connected. If you don't want to receive it, just send that intention. But if you do want to receive it, then please set that intention as well. All right. So just close your eyes and sit comfortably. And I want you to just take 3 conscious breaths. Pay attention to the air leaving your nostrils, coming and going. I'm going to play some music here. Just observe. And now I want you to observe your thoughts. What are you thinking right now? Are they of the present? Are they of the past? Are they of the future? Don't make them right or wrong, good or bad. Just observe. Just come back to right here, right now. Concentrate on your breath. Now I want you to visualize a flame in front of your head, right in front of your eyes. And just watch it flicker. Notice the golden light, the white light mixing, dancing together. And then bring that flame slowly into the middle of your head. And let it just flicker there in the middle. And just watch it. Now I want you to think about something you're grateful for. Gratitude is the rocket ship to joy. It's the fastest way out. So what are you thankful for? And as you bask in that gratitude, I'm going to send you some love and some, it's called a Diksha. I received the ability from a group called Ekam. It's the Center for World Enlightenment. Beautiful, beautiful people. Just set the intention to receive. Taking a deep breath in and exhaling. Those of you who can interact with me on Facebook or YouTube, please, would love to hear how you're feeling. Excited to bring Gary back. Gary, how was that for you?
I love you, Amy. I love everything you offer. Yay. I love how important it is for you to have the components of all the different tiles in the mosaic that make up the intention to live the best version of our lives. So you really packed it in this hour. Amazing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I put a lot of love and heart into it. It matters to me. And
it shows. It shows.
Thank you. Well, our time is up, everyone. Thank you for taking your very precious time to be here. It means the world to me. If you want to go to E360 TV or Facebook and watch past episodes, please do. If you're interested in private or group coaching, go to amyjoycoaching.com. If you're interested in epic retreats, go to amyjoycoaching.com and check that out. I have a free gift, free download from my book there for you called Get Your Shit Together, How to Go From Fear to Freedom. It is my life story on how I got free and happy. And I would love that for you. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We'll see you next week. Gary, I love you. We'll see you all. Remember, together we vibrate higher. And that, my friends, changes the world. See you next time. Make it glorious. Thank you for watching Get Your Shit Together live with Amy Joy. If you'd like to follow us, you can on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Amy Joy Coaching. Appreciate so much your likes, comments, and shares. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, please reach out. We'll see you next time.